The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Look, I'm not really a car guy per se, but I'd go and watch a monster truck.
Oh, I went and watched the last one. It was here in Subiaco Oval.
Oh.
We did a thing for it, remember? We're giving away tickets. Anyway, I went along.
Anyway, he took some of them.
Monster trucks. Took the kids. Off we went.
I always think, God, how big's the jack if they get a flat tyre?
Yeah, it's a great,
huge,
great question.
huge.
It must be huge. Anyway, there was the Monster Truck Grand Final event that was held in Melbourne, all right? So people were absolutely so excited to be there, but it was a schmozzle. There was no water. They had limited shade. There was you had to enter via stairs. There was no wheelchair access.
Wonder where it was.
Where
What
was
stadium
it?
does it say?
It said at Melbourne's Calder Park.
Oh, Calder Park.
Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Out on the
Speedway,
fringes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
So
It's a car
the
racing
ticket
thing.
holders complained they had no choice but to be in the scorched sun for hours on end while they waited for the main show, which reportedly just involved 4 monster trucks and lasted for 15 minutes. So you can't call something a monster truck show.
Well, the grand final.
Like, you know what I mean? The rest of the day was taken up by cars doing drifting and burnouts, with a performance from a clown attempting to lift the crowd's spirits. But only those seated in one section could see the clown.
Oh, that'd make sense, yeah.
People were complaining that there were grounds that had not been cleared from the rubbish at the event the day before, so it was just
Nice.
filthy. So people weren't that happy, but this is the clincher.
Righto.
This is the clincher, and I feel rage for all of these people. These people are basically trying to get a class action thing together to get their money back.
Yeah,
Okay, right. That's
600,
heavy.
600 of them. Attendees also slammed the company over ticket prices, with pre-purchased tickets costing $50 each for adults and $40 for kids, while tickets at the gate on the day were $15 cash.
Oh, no.
They've got that wrong.
$15.
You're supposed to, if you pre-purchase, it's supposed to be a better deal because you are committing to it early.
Are you kidding me?
And also, $15 cash is dodgy.
Like,
Cash is
Well,
dodgy.
it is, yeah. Cash is king. Yeah, they don't mark that one down in the books at
It's
all.
dodgy.
I'm sorry, there is no getting over that. That is like, it's not like hundreds and thousands of dollars
No.
being ripped off,
No.
but that is fundamentally wrong.
It's worse.
And there is no getting around that. I still feel stung from years ago, and I spoke about it here, and you guys were shocked for me to the point where you wanted to do a telethon.
Yeah. So I think you might be remembering it differently.
No, I'm remembering exactly the same way. So I went through this phase of making this like cold tea drink with like citruses and all this sort of stuff because I went into tea too. And they had like one of those sample jugs on there, and they poured it, and I said, well, that is delicious. I want to make that at home. In which they sold me, it was 30 grams of matcha green tea powder.
Yep.
And I think it was like $30. So $10 a gram. And I was like, okay, no worries.
Like
and I
heroin.
bought it.
$1 a gram.
$1 a gram, sorry. So then I was like, yeah, okay, so that was great. And I got it, and I thought, well, I'm going to have to be very sparing with this. Anyway, then I literally walked in this group of shops, probably 6 or 7 shops up, and they had one of those shops where it has all the nuts and stuff
Like
that
a
you
bulk
shovel
buy
in.
kind of thing, yeah.
Anyway, the
Natural
same
foods.
matcha green tea powder was $12.99 a kilo.
Yes. Whereas
A kilo?
you were paying $1,000 a kilo.
A kilo, and I paid $30 for 30 grams, and I was enraged at just the fundamental rip-offness of what I just experienced. I thought that is illegal.
Yep. And how far did you walk?
Like 4 or 5 shops up.
Yep.
And it was only because I was with Sean who wanted to go in and buy some nuts. And then I had to go at him, like, why do you have to go and buy nuts?
I would've
Now
never
it's
known.
ruined it for you.
Yeah, you and your nuts. I screamed.
Look, we want to know if at some point you've been ripped off. It doesn't have to be a lot of money.
No.
It's the
No,
fact
that's the
that you
point.
cannot let it go.
Yeah. It's those small rip-offs that still sting when you think about it.
It lives rent-free in your head, and every now and then you go, oh, I'm still angry about that.
Yeah, someone's going to win this for free, but I tell you what, if you're going to pay to go and do this, it is not
It's
a rip-off
worth it.
at all. It is three sessions at Stadium Carts for you and a friend. We had such a great day. Stadium Carts is at Optus Stadium on real roads as
it's
well.
so
It's
nice.
so great.
Yep.
It's extending its season for the April school holidays. You can book now at stadiumcarts.com, and we urge you to.
All right, we want to know about that time that you got ripped off. It doesn't have to have been a lot of money. It's more about the fact that every time you think about it, you just get angrier and angrier.
Hello, Mark.
Good morning, how are we?
Great, Mark.
good, Mark.
We so you know what? I really love getting enraged on people's behalves. So give us the best shot.
Yes. So basically, a few years ago, I went to the Legends Manchester United game at Optus Stadium.
Yes.
So my friend organised the tickets, and we ended up paying it was $125. All good. Got there, sat right at the top, so everybody looked like ants.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then I started speaking to the guy next to me, and I said, "Oh, these are pretty terrible tickets for where we're sitting." He's like, "Yeah, I only paid $25."
So why did you pay $125?
$125, yes.
But why? Did you get charged $125 and he got charged $25?
Yeah. Like before, you said we got in early.
Yeah.
Really didn't get a good deal.
And you're up at the top. Did the other guys, because we talk about, and Optus Stadium isn't like this, but sometimes the restricted viewing thing, which is marked down considerably, was there a pole in the way or something that you got the cheaper ticket?
No, not at all. Just got tickets thinking, these are pretty expensive tickets, going to be quite good, quite close. No, look like little ants from miles away.
Yeah, so they've chucked them out cheap in the end to fill them
unbelievable?
eventually.
And
I
think
believe there
about
wasn't selling or something along them lines.
Oh, no, that is ridiculous. And $100 per ticket. I mean, that could have bought you 2 drinks.
Absolutely. A couple of good nights out,
more.
at least.
Mark, we're devoted for you, and what a great injustice. Thank you. All right, we want to know, have you been ripped off in, look, small, big, we don't care. It's just the fact that it still lives rent-free in your head. It still stings. The pain, the hurt.
Oh, everyone's got a story.
The anger.
3 sessions at Stadium Carts is up for grabs. Give us a call. One that I remember that stuck with me for years when I was in the island, Cosnat, that you've been to, and I was walking down the street and I stopped to get a kebab, and this guy charged me the equivalent of about $10 Australian dollars, right? And I was eating this thing, and they're only small over there.
Where I paid on the same island €1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sean just dropped his fork, by the way.
About $1.40 at the time, yeah.
Yeah, so anyway, I was eating this thing and I literally walked, 20 metres down the road, and I'd knocked this thing off in a heartbeat. So there's another shop there, so I just went and ordered exactly the same thing, and the guy charged me $1. So then I went back and started trying to tee off at this bloke who stung me 10, literally 20 metres away. Same deal as you, Nathan.
I know. It enrages us. Hello, Cass.
Hi, how you going?
Great, Cass.
Hey,
All right,
Cass.
so tell us about how you're ripped off and we'll get enraged.
So went to Melbourne this weekend for the footy, round 1.
Yep.
Went and saw most of the games. Went to the St Kilda Fremantle game on Sunday and thought, okay, well, rather than walk around everywhere, we'll purchase our tickets online. Paid $70 a ticket.
Yeah.
Got in the stadium, rang my son-in-law to see where he was. He said, oh, yeah, we're up in the 3rd tier, $7. General admission.
Seven.
Imagine going to a football game for $7.
Mate, you can't. You go watch Freo or West Coast play here. It doesn't.
$7.
I don't know
more
what
than
it costs.
$7.
Seven.
$7.
So what did you have to say?
Did you have 10 times as much fun?
Well, we did, because we moved seats. We found better seats than what we had paid for.
Yeah.
That were free.
Hey, what's going on here? It seems like pre-purchasing's not the go.
Well, the thing is, right, so pre-purchasing is secured that you're going to be there.
Yes.
And then it's just like potluck on the day or whatever if you're going to get the seats cheaper, but it's fundamentally not right.
Yes.
It's not.
It's not right.
If you're committing to the ticket price beforehand, it should be more at the gate.
It should be more at the gate.
You should be rewarded for planning and for giving them the money ahead of time because they can invest that
Of course they
in
can.
the short-term money market, Sean. Thanks, Cass. We're angry. Hayley, hello.
Oh, hello, guys. How you going?
Hi, Hayley.
Hayley, what happened?
Oh, hair salon, guys. Yeah, got my hair done a week ago. Cost me $630.
What? Rapunzel?
Yes.
Are you, like, what are you, no, are you, what?
What did you have done?
Sorry, did you get a hair transplant or did you get...
No, I got my hair coloured, like, full head of blonde foils.
Yeah.
And I went to this salon that, had good reviews, and I thought, they said blonde expert. I'm like, okay, this is great. And I'm a hairdresser as well, so I wanted to go somewhere that was good. And, walked out 6:30, and I didn't really want to, like, make a thing of it because everyone's looking at you. And then it was like cheese. Like, I looked like a Whopper with cheese just walking out. It was so bad. And I had to go, so this week I had to go and get my hair done again at a different salon for $180, and it was so much cheaper, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so this okay, without naming it, is this a top-notch salon, is it, that you've...
I mean, it could be. Yeah.
Okay.
So
it was
but you're
quite
now
good.
more than $800 in the hole for a haircut.
Oh, look, I'm a good-looking hobo, basically. I've, taken out a loan.
Hayley.
Hey, so you're a hairdresser,
Hayley.
right? So for that, for that original thing, for what you paid $630 for, what should the normal cost of that be?
That, I reckon, max to $40. I reckon that, yeah.
So, Hayley, your hair's been done. It's been blow dried. It's all done. They've given you this is what it looks like, and then you go to the front counter. What did you make a comment when they said that'll be $630?
I choked. I choked. I felt so bad for complaining, and I didn't want to be that girl that's like, I'm a hairdresser. I don't want, I just was like, it's fine. I just need to get out of here, because it took from all day. It took all day as well.
For them to do a bad job.
Yeah. Did you try at that point saying, actually, to be honest, I'd like it without the cheese, thanks?
Normally extra cheese,
extra
but
cheese
not
is
when it's your
extra.
hair, as it turns
Extra.
out.
So bad.
Oh, my
Hayley,
God.
Hayley, that's devastating.
Oh, my God. What has that done to your budget?
Hayley, 3 sessions at Stadium Carts for you and a friend. Stadium Carts at Optus Stadium extending its season for the April school holidays. Book now at stadiumcarts.com. Get that India. You'll have a smile on your face.
Yes,
And you
Hayley.
won't be out of pocket.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Have somewhere to sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No worries, sweetheart.
The Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
No, we just saw a 90-year-old turtle has become a father. Mr. and Mrs. Pickles celebrated 3 new hatchlings, and we're just
Triplets.
wondering if turtles know they've got an old dad. If like that turtle's
think
going,
so.
oh God, I'm not going to be able to do all the fun stuff that a young turtle dad would do.
I don't think turtle dads are overly involved
I don't know.
in the upbringing.
Well, the old turtle dads, they can't move too far anyway, so I guess they're there all the time. But then when
But
the
is
turtles
90
get to
old
18...
by turtle standards?
It's a great question. We'll have to get the...
Because one of
this.
my friends at school, he was a very young
Was he a
child.
turtle?
No, he was a human.
Oh.
And his parents were full-blown grandparents, like doilies, like touch lamps, all of it. And when you go in his house, it just smelled like a nursing home. And I thought, you live here. Like,
Yeah,
and it's
I
like,
get
it's-
it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's happening more and more, though, these days.
Yeah.
People are going for it.
Yeah, and there was just china hutches everywhere. Like it was all just like brown antique furniture in this house. It was very strange.
Because if you're at your 18th, you're celebrating your 18th, and everyone's meeting your parents for the first time, and they're in their 90s, it's not a
yeah. And then
breaking a hip on the dance floor, bringing the mood down.
Bringing the mood down.
clapping too enthusiastically, and their hands turn to dust. Because their bones are just gone.
Their jug skull's not full of beer; it's got Ribena in it or something, some prune juice just to keep them regular.
Well. So a bit of information.
Yes.
The 90-year-old tortoise is a radiated tortoise. They are critically endangered, and the
so good on him.
three children that the 90-year-old tortoise has fathered are named Dill, Gherkin, and Jalapeno.
Oh, because they're pickles. Yes.
How long,
Mr. and Mrs. Pickles.
How long do those types of turtles go for?
Tortoises.
The tortoise go.
Long?
Because he could be a spring chicken if he's gone for 180 years. He could be just
Yeah, that's right.
Does a
Midlife.
radiated turtle? It doesn't sound
Tortoise.
like a radiated tortoise. It doesn't sound like they've got a fighting chance if they're radiated. Live for, let's see,
I guess the other question is
40 to 50 years. No, that can't
is
be
it-
right. But he's 90.
He's 90.
It's 90.
But,
How do they get him going to reproduce?
okay,
He can
it says-
live for 40 to 50 years.
The oldest radiated tortoise was said to be 188 when he died.
188. Can I just say, who kept track of that tortoise?
Yeah,
was there a generation of families that were like, okay, you've got to, we're about to
Yes.
die, you make sure you see when that...
It was probably a zoo.
Now it's your watch.
I imagine they're not living
188.
that long in the wild. That would be
don't know.
protected in a zoo.
A family
I
could have
wonder what
taken
time
it.
he's... Yeah. That's a lot of super he'd need under his belt to keep himself going off tracks. 188.
His 120 years of caravanning really was a great good time.
188 years. Why aren't we, like, in the nicest possible way, ripping one of them apart and seeing if we can stick in ourselves to make ourselves
Because
Live
they're
longer.
live longer
endangered.
in a lovely way.
They're no, you can't.
Like just pulling out some stem cells, some tortoise stem cells, radiated tortoise
and
stem
he's still
cells.
going at it at 90. There's hope for all of us.
Okay, so there's vastly sort of contradictory things, because this says that even in the wild they can live up to 180 years.
Even in the wild?
Even in the wild. They're native to southern Madagascar.
Really?
And they're now in Mauritius as well. But they're critically endangered due to poaching. Don't poach them.
188
I would
years
likely
old.
saute them. No, that's
Yeah,
true.
don't poach them.
So the world's oldest woman recently died, 128,
Yes.
right, from South Africa.
Oh, there would have been a lot of skin there.
And when she was interviewed beforehand, right towards the end, she said, "What's the point of being alive? I'm just sitting here doing nothing."
And
This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
Sometimes I think, why am I not in a relationship? Then I realise I'm not a billionaire.
that's
I also
all that's
think
stopping
you've got a
you.
little bit of sanity about
You're pretty close though, Nathan. You're a pretty wealthy dude.
Oh, Sean's a bit closer though,
Yeah,
isn't
well,
he?
well, we know that. You can't compare yourself to Sean all the time.
No,
He got football
I mean,
money.
How much money have I got?
Oh, yeah,
5
that's right.
dependents on me, and
That's
that,
right.
yeah, heaps of cash.
That's right. He was in the heyday of $170 a week.
Didn't I save that?
He got all the yoga he could
Yeah.
eat. Let's never
I did.
forget.
That was true. Now.
At 92 years old, Rupert Murdoch is set to get hitched for a 5th time.
66, his partner, no?
Yep.
66. She looks
Spring
lovely.
chicken.
She's
does.
the widow of a country music star, Chester Smith. I don't know much about
No,
Chester
not
Smith
familiar
and
with
his
Chester's
I
work.
think we'll be
work.
playing him next week on the schedule.
Chester Smith. It comes 6 months after the couple met, less than a year since he divorced from Jerry Hall, which we were lining up behind
Yes.
them at
We were.
when we met the Queen.
It wasn't behind Rupert. It was behind Jerry when
and
she
her-
was dating the local guy.
Jerry and her guy. So we've seen Jerry Hall in person. Pretty exciting stuff.
Chester Smith.
Chester Smith. Oh, he looks lovely.
Very old photo.
Yeah.
Isn't it? How old was he?
Yeah.
Maybe she really likes older men.
So they met at his vineyard in Bel Air in California. He's said to have called her 2 weeks later. He proposed on St. Patrick's Day in New York with an Asher-cut diamond solitaire, which he personally selected.
So even then,
He'd
you
have a
just
really
cash that
good
in, wouldn't you?
diamond guy.
You
Yeah,
would
he
think.
would. He would.
He'd have a
Well,
really
he'd have a
good diamond
specific
guy.
engagement ring guy at this rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
That guy'd be
Yeah.
busy.
Yeah. So Rupert said he's confident this is going to be his last marriage. He was quoted saying, "I was very nervous. I dreaded falling in love," which is my problem. But I knew this would be my last. It better be. I'm happy. And then he goes on to say, "We're both looking forward to spending the second half of our lives together."
Second half. He's 92. That is an optimist.
Well, we know turtles live to 188, like tortoises. So, who knows? If anyone's going to do it, it's going to be Rupert Murdoch.
Yeah, he's got the money for
Yeah,
it.
I went straight down to the comment section of this,
Yep.
which is hilarious. A guy named JD on Perth Now said, "I would marry him, divorce him, then take half. Then I could get a new Land Cruiser."
Oh,
That's all he's
Aussie O
after.
says
Go on,
Land
Andy.
Cruiser, small ambition. You've got half of Rupert Murdoch's money and your go-to is a Land Cruiser.
He must do some pretty amazing deals, prenups, because he's been married 1,000 times
Yes.
and he's had different partners,
Yes.
engagements. They can't keep taking half.
I just think go for gold, mate. Like you do you, but what it is though, you do everyone. Is the people that go from relationship to relationship.
I know.
My gosh, we used to work with a girl that would go from relationship to relationship, like literally
long term, like
literally, like a year with someone,
Yes.
and then break up that weekend. Then the Monday comes and there's flowers
from
Yes.
someone new.
from somebody new, and we're like, how is this happening?
Must be an absolute
And she rolled
dynamo.
from a marriage into this as well. Like, most people, if they break up after a marriage, there's a bit of a period
Yeah.
where you kind of just sort yourself out or whatever.
Yeah.
No, not for Rupert and
Back
not for
on the
her.
horse,
It
back
was
on the horse.
amazing how quickly they moved on. So Rupert, he broke up with Jerry Hall. When did you say? November.
Yeah.
And he met Anne
Yep.
at Christmas.
Yep.
And now they're engaged.
Yeah.
Pretty tight turnaround.
It's like-
I
Gets
guess
through the
he's-
red tape pretty
I guess
quickly,
he's
doesn't he?
thinking, I don't have a lot of time. I might as well just get on with it.
And I understand, like, I mean, for the people that are dating, right? So dating someone, ending it, dating someone, ending
Yes.
it, dating someone, ending it. But then the marriages as well, finishing a marriage, suddenly, boom, you're in another
Yes.
long-term marriage, possibly having a kid.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then that ends, and then boom, you've got someone else ready to go. How amazing are these people that have
I
these
know.
multiple partners just waiting outside,
Yes.
ready to take their ticket and say, my number's up. I'm ready to have a go.
Is it a bit of a blow?
What do you mean?
There's a lot of blows. What do you mean? It's a bit
People
of a
go from
blow?
go to woe.
And we're still single.
There and you're
Is that
still,
what you're
still
saying?
single, you guys.
Well, maybe that's why there's none for us, because
Yes.
these people are
Hogging them.
they're taking it all.
That's a good point.
And once they've been used by them, we don't want
We
them.
don't want them. We're
high
taking
standards
people's
people.
slops, Sean. We would like to talk about this, whether it be you, because I'd be really interested to know how this all works, or whether it be someone in your life, maybe someone you work with. Those people that go from relationship straight into another relationship.
Yeah.
Right? And it just goes multiple times.
Yeah.
If you also have been married multiple times, right? So you've gone marriage, and like literally like gave the ex a high, your new partner gives the ex a high five on the way out. I'd love to talk to
love
you
to
about
hear
it as
that
well.
too.
Yeah,
This is so
absolutely.
interesting. We're going to give somebody 2 tickets, that's right, because you are in a relationship, to go and see Into the Woods with the WA Opera. It looks amazing.
Yeah, it does.
It's all like sort of fairy tales and stuff brought to life a little bit darker. Into the Woods. The musical opens at His Majesty's Theatre on March 23rd. Tickets at waopera.asn.au.
All right, we are talking about when you go from one relationship to another very swiftly. Kylie Ray messaged us, Nathan.
yeah.
Nathan obviously doesn't realise how much a new Land Cruiser costs.
How much is a new Land Cruiser?
100, if you get the top of the Wazza, you're looking at 125.
But it's not a Range Rover.
But
No, I can do more.
yeah, it's
What,
Unbeatable,
no.
mate. It's unbeatable. These things go forever.
yeah.
No,
Oh,
but
resale,
a Range
resale.
Rover's a higher quality than a Land Cruiser.
No,
Isn't
they
it?
are.
It
no.
is, isn't it?
No.
Isn't it seen as a Range Rover's seen as a higher quality car than a Range Rover than a Land Cruiser? I'm positive.
The
Right.
resale on a Toyota Land Cruiser would be so much more than a Range Rover.
But I
so
know
much
someone that drives a $180,000 Range Rover and it's not the top of the Wazza. So, anyway, if anyone can answer that too, that'd be great. What's better, a Range Rover or a Land Cruiser?
Or going from one relationship to another to another
Or that-
to another.
Or multiple
How many times have you
marriages.
been married?
You pick and choose.
Amy, hello.
Hi, how are you?
Amy.
Okay, who's the serial relationship person, Amy?
My mother.
Oh, okay. Talk us through it.
Okay, so my mum, bless her, she's gorgeous, but she married my father when I think she was 17, and then they had a 10-year relationship.
Yeah.
She has been married now and divorced 3 times. She's now in she's in a pretty serious another 10-year relationship, but refuses to marry him.
Yes.
Yes.
But her and my father have got a wee spark reconnecting.
Stop.
Oh.
They got a what? They got a what?
A new
A wee
spark.
spark.
Oh, wait,
So,
she's gone back to the beginning. She's doing a lap.
She's doing a lap around.
Right, so that could be 5. That's like 5 big-time relationships.
Well, yeah, but my parents didn't speak for 40 years.
Yes.
Oh.
So they've
So
managed
all
to.
through my growing up, we
Yeah.
couldn't even have them in the same room.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now, you must be
And
like,
now-
oh, thanks very much. When I was a kid, you could have gotten along, and now then, when it no longer matters.
And now, Amy, they could be
Doing it.
in the same room doing some stuff that you wish they...
Apparently all sorts of stuff.
Yeah. So I want to know, when you have more than, say, 2... When you have around 3 or more marriages, do you still ask for wedding presents? I mean, I would, but do you, Amy?
Well, yeah, I think we all did, actually. But, stepsisters, brothers and sisters, I think there was about 18, 19 of us at one point.
Yeah, that's huge, Amy. There's a lot of presents.
When you add
to
them
be
all
bought,
up.
Stuff happening.
When you add them all up, with the new husbands coming in with kids.
Yeah.
Okay, so then when one of the relationship ends, do you keep the siblings? Do you keep them?
Are you
or do
still in
just,
touch?
Do you just discard them and let them go on to the next family?
No, pretty much the last 2 we discarded.
Last time,
Yeah,
okay.
like-
They never
yeah.
made an impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Amy, at some stage do you sit down with your mum and go, you've gone through
Pull your
a
head in.
couple. You're out there a bit. You got some relationships. How about we wind this up?
Oh, yeah, exactly. No, you do. Absolutely. But, I mean, she's still young and vibrant
Yeah.
and living life.
Don't you want her to be happy?
True.
I absolutely do.
Yeah.
I
It seems like she's got
absolutely do. I just think
she's every
maybe
date with a relationship.
She's
though.
repeatedly happy with different people. That's fine.
fine find a fresh pool to swim in, though. I think.
Yeah, instead of going back to the beginning again. That is also a very good point. Thank you, Amy.
All right, so let's go on to Mitchell in Greenwood. Hello, Mitchell. We're not talking about multiple relationships right now. You've going to speak to us about our car query?
Yeah, your mate's $180,000 Range Rover you're talking about.
Yep.
There was a Land Cruiser on Marketplace for second-hand for $210,000 the other day.
That's amazing.
Second-hand.
How many
year?
Ks did it do as well?
How old was it?
It was a pretty new one, but it had the full kit out the back and everything.
Yeah.
But $210,000 for a second-hand Land Cruiser.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
Tell you what, second-hand
Pretty good value.
cars at the moment
Yeah.
are insane. But
Have been for a
Especially
while.
like Land Cruisers do hold their value.
Mitchell, you're a big car person, are you?
Yeah, but I'm only 19, so I can't afford that.
He's in the hatchback street.
We were all there once.
I'm with the 20-year-old cars at the moment.
Yeah, but it always blows my mind that people will spend $200,000 on a car. To me, anything more than $100,000, or even I couldn't even go to $100,000. Even $70,000 for a car blows my mind.
Lots of people are offsetting it through a business, so it becomes a tax deduction.
Yeah.
So,
And that's what
my
happened
brother
with
drives a Land Cruiser because he lives on a farm.
Yes.
And they need it. They travel long distances and need it for that. So that makes sense. But people driving Land Cruisers around the street and they just work a regular job, that makes no sense to me.
Well, both those cars are four-wheel drives, right? And most of them don't even go off-road.
Yeah.
Hey, Mitchell, when you get into some money later on, not talking about Sean McManus money, but some normal money.
Yeah.
What's the car you want, Mitchell?
Oh, it's still it changes every day, to be honest with you. One day it'll be a wagon, next time it'll be a ute. It changes every day.
Oh, Mitchell, I've got a brand new BT50, and you should see this thing as an absolute weapon.
Oh, yeah, one of my mates has one of them. We went camping on the weekend and he wasn't too happy that I was getting scratches on it.
Yeah, you don't take that out.
No.
They're too pretty to take out.
That's a city ute, not a country ute.
Yeah, city ute, and also in the back of it, nothing can go in there except for just packages you're picking up.
Wrapped in bubble wrap.
Yeah, exactly. Like not like someone goes to put a ladder in there, like smack them in the head.
Yeah, thanks for the info, Mitch. Nice work. All right, we are talking about people that go from relationship to relationship to relationship. Really tight turnover, not a lot of downtime in between them.
Yeah.
A couple of tickets up for grabs to go and see Into the Woods with the WA Opera.
Hey, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
So is this you that does this?
Yeah, I tend to fall quick and fall pretty hard, and then relationships end up leaving at about 7 months in.
Right. So it's really good for 7 months, like brilliant, and then just falls apart, and then you just move on to the next one?
Yeah, and a lot of the time it's just kind of like out of nowhere.
So, Grace, are they leaving you or are you leaving them?
99% of the time they're leaving me. I think sometimes
99% of the time.
Yeah, you come on a bit strong at some stage.
Have you done some research into what happens to your appeal at the 7th month mark?
I think I become a bit overbearing to people. I'm quite a needy person.
Sweetheart.
Where do you meet them all, Grace? Are you an app girl or?
My most recent relationship was online, but all the other relationships have been in person, yeah.
Where?
What do you mean in person?
Where? What do you mean?
Just running into them?
Where?
Or-
Give us the exact locations and times.
We want the coordinates.
So whereabouts? Where was one of the ones you met in person?
At the club.
At the
clubs.
We're going wrong.
We don't go to
We're
the
not
clubs.
into clubs.
Damn, is there anywhere that's not into club?
Yeah, so I tend to fall quick and fall hard and
So
end up.
Grace, how many have you been through in the last couple of years? Let's say last 2 years.
Last few years, probably about 3 relationships.
Yeah. Well, they're 7 months.
7 months,
Pop,
7
so
months.
that's,
Okay.
yeah, it's about right.
I think it's pretty good. I did read something that it's normally 3 months because that's when the guy finds out 3 months is the limit a woman can keep in the crazy.
Hey, Grace,
is what
I thought you were going to say
Sure.
keep in the fart.
Keep in the crazy. Grace, is there a slight mourning period for the relationship afterwards for you, or do you just go dust yourself off and
go
get
back to
straight
the
back
club?
out there?
I dust myself off pretty quickly, depends on the situation.
Yeah.
But no, I'm pretty impressed with myself. I tend to get up off my feet. I'm back onto my feet quite quickly, and
Back
you
on
know
the
it is
horse.
what it is, and I'll find the one day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Where are we currently? Are we in the next 7 month cycle? Where are we?
No, I think I'm probably going to take a year off this
No,
year.
you won't. You won't. You
So,
can't do it.
so you're currently single right now.
Yes.
When did that one break up?
About a week ago.
Yeah, no,
About a week ago.
You'll be hooked up by the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Grace,
She goes to the club
guaranteed. Guaranteed.
Are you going to the club this weekend, Grace?
No, but I do have a friend's birthday at a pub.
Oh, you're in trouble.
yeah. That's it.
Well, I mean, if it can happen at the club, it can happen at the pub.
Good work, Grace.
Good on you, Grace.
Keep it up. Elise is in Safety Bay. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Elise.
Elise, does this apply to you as well?
Not to me, but to my dear mum.
Yeah.
She was married to my dad for 14 years, had 3 kids, kicked him out and was remarried within 6 weeks.
Oh!
Was there a bit of crossover, do you think, just privately?
There could have been. I think there might have been, but she only met him 2 weeks before she asked my dad to leave. So
Stop.
even so,
Wow, even if it was 2 months.
my God.
That's really
yeah,
quick.
and that's not. They weren't dating after 6 weeks. They were married.
Where did she meet him?
I think it was like a local barbecue kind of thing.
Oh.
A local barbecue.
And how long have they been together
Sorry,
for?
wait. No. I
Yeah.
need to get back to the local barbecue. What do you mean? Is it like at someone's
Like a
Just
friend-
mates,
a
just
friend's
mates
house.
catching up.
Or was it like at a pub?
Yeah, so we lived in like a really small community, so there was like regular catch-ups. It was, just like a
So your mum's rocked up
barbecue
with her coleslaw that someone
Yes.
told her to bring. Oh, your coleslaw's the best.
That was obviously amazing.
And then he's rocked up with a tray of rissoles or something.
Definitely
Because you don't want to
rissoles.
rock up with just sausages if you
No,
think,
no,
well, that's a bit too forward.
Yeah.
And then they've met each other and they're going, yeah, this is all right.
And then she's ditched
2
her
weeks
dad.
later, she's gone, nah, this rissole man's the one for me.
Yep.
Love the feel of his...
And 6 weeks later,
Rissoles.
locked down. Rissoles for life.
Try not to say meatballs. And then 6 weeks. So how is he?
He's great. To her credit, they've been together for over 20 years now.
20 years.
They had 2 more kids, and he's fantastic. So
How's your
When
dad?
did you know, I guess?
How is your dad?
he was really cut up about it for a long time afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
you
like,
would
I can make rissoles.
I know. Give me some mince, I'll
meatballs.
roll it into a ball.
Oh,
Thanks, Elise.
20 years.
Wow.
It's a fair
I know,
effort.
yeah. Jess is in Bibra Lake. Hello.
Hi, how's it going, guys?
Okay,
Good, Jess.
Who does this apply to?
My cousin, bless her heart,
Yes.
Yeah.
she's been married 4 times,
Oh.
has 4 kids to 4 different to each
one each.
husband.
Oh, well,
One
I've
One
got
each.
some symmetry about
Why
it.
not? Why not?
But the thing is she's 32.
Oh, that is a
there you
fair
go.
Holy
effort. That is one to the other, really, when you look at that.
like, so one kid per father. I mean, it's good to see. It's basically trying different recipes, isn't it?
Yeah.
To see what you get.
It is. They do that in the horse
You know,
fair.
when the first one you go, oh, that one wasn't that great, and then like, yeah, but don't you
They
reckon,
never
Sean?
send them back to the same one.
Yeah.
So was
You
she
need a new
spending
stallion.
like two years with each one? Is that about how it worked out?
Yeah, pretty much. She was engaged for all of them before the divorces were final.
Oh, okay. So she moved on
Wow.
before.
Oh wow! So
before
she
the
locked it
divorces.
in before she let the other one go. That's
Yes.
smart.
Yeah.
In your opinion, Jess, out of the 4 children, which one turned out the best? Which recipe was the best?
I haven't had that much to do with it.
But just on the surface value,
even
if you
just looking at
to pick one off the shelf just for looks.
Off the Instagram
I think
photos.
probably the second one,
Right, number
because
2.
she was sort of a Latina rather.
Oh,
got
that's a
it.
nice one to
That's a
put in the
lovely
mix.
combo.
Exotic look about it.
Yeah, we all like those.
Yeah.
But then that'd be disappointing, wouldn't it? Because then you get the second one, the recipe's really great, and you go,
Yeah.
okay, well, the third one's going to be amazing,
Yeah.
and then that one's like a flat pancake.
Well, that's because
Yeah.
you changed the
the
recipe.
third
I know,
one's
but
a
you,
ranger.
You go,
the third,
there-
she just said the third one's the ranger. You know what? There are a lot of rangers listening right now, and
we
you
love
can
them
be
all.
beautiful. You can be beautiful.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Let's all
Other cousins
backtrack.
of mine are rangers, and I love them to death.
Of course we do.
Fun
Yeah.
spot
In spite of that, hey,
You're really
Jess.
saving it, Jess. You're really saving it.
Thanks, Jess. That's great.
A couple of tickets to see Into the Woods with the WA Opera. Well, Grace is going to get these tickets, by the way,
Grace.
because she's going to go and meet someone there.
In the club.
It's
club.
Yeah, she can take her new
7 months
No.
is her
No.
limit.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can push past the boundary
Yeah.
and get to 8.
Yeah, and look out for Grace in the pub this
Yep.
weekend.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.